can see like the T kind of outlined. I don't know if it's because it's charging or what. I just got back from the gym. I use an app to help me track like what I do in the gym. And I thought about that before, but what I didn't think about the fact is it's 12 degrees outside. And I have a Ford vehicle with the Ford Pass, which means I can remote start my car from an app. If I am in the gym, I don't want to have to like get up and go to the window and start my car, so that's fun. I know you're probably supposed to, this looks like I should use a screwdriver, but so those are two things. I also want to say that I'm not, like, I obviously am still using my iPhone. Well, maybe not obviously, but that's what I'm recording this on. When I went to the gym this morning, I did have my phone with me. I don't have Apple Music set up. I didn't think about that last night as I was doing all of this. And I would need, like, the authentication code and all that fun stuff. I also have this, like, I don't know, I feel really weird since it is a separate number, like going around and be like, hey guys, I have a flip phone. This is the number to it. I feel like I did when I was in, well, used to, I don't know, some other people may have this same experience. When I was growing up, I didn't have cell service at my house, but I had an iPod Touch with text-free, and that's what I used. I also only had like 1,000, I had unlimited to Verizon, but I had 1,000 texts to anybody else, and one of my best friends had Straight Talk and the other had AT&T, so those 1,000 texts did not go far. Let's see, I don't know how tight that really needs to be, but that seems to be good enough. Okay, this is not on because I just took the battery out, but it does look like that T-Mobile logo was just on there because it was very faint. You probably couldn't have seen it, but yeah. So, just got back from the gym. I'm going to get ready for work. And then, oh yeah. I feel weird about having two numbers. Like, if this was just the same number, it'd be one thing. But I also don't want to, like, mess up iMessage groups. But anyway, so I guess today I need to tell coworkers, hey, I have another phone number. Reach me on this one until I get tired of it. That's the thing. It's going to be like, all right, go back to the other one. I don't know. Social experiments, am I right? First world problems.
For your safety, please stay alert to changing weather conditions and use these voice-activated features while your vehicle is in motion.
So I just got home from work. We are on, the battery percentage doesn't show there. 41. Honestly, I expected better battery life from this thing, but also at the same time, like, I kind of played with it today. I felt really weird about getting this out. Like, I didn't want people to see it. I felt like it was, like, weird. I mean, because this is not common at all, but one of my friends that I work with, like, I got it out, and then it was just kind of there, and my boss saw it, and she was like, what? And so she picked it up, and she's like doing this, and she was like, I love this. And I was like, what? And then there were also comments like, oh, if my dad knew that he could get that phone, he would buy it right now. And people were asking me questions like, where did you get that? Was it easy to put on your plan? Like, and I told him, I said, just put your SIM card in. I have said before that I don't think it works well with Verizon, but the more that I have looked into that, I think that was more of a, when Verizon was more CDMA, and they weren't really programming phones to be CDMA-less. So I would think it would be okay now. I haven't really looked at the bands, but I could dive deeper into that if you all want me to. If you go into the battery thing, I think it said that it was going to last me until like 10:30 tonight. It just keeps going up. Like there was a time, like earlier I checked on it today and it said that it was only going to last till 5:15. And I was like, that's terrible. I have a flip phone. Like it should not take that long. Or should not, it should last longer than that. I was on Facebook today for, I'll be like overestimate and say 10 minutes. Facebook and Instagram, because I did post to my photography pages. I posted from Instagram on the desktop for the first time, and I texted one of my friends and I was like, does it look weird? Like, is the quality okay? Or like, because I, you know, without looking at an app. And again, like I still have my iPhone. I'm recording on it right now, but the point is to not use it, to rely on this. When it was lunchtime today, and I did use my iPhone for this, but I was texting one of my friends and we were trying to figure out like what we were going to get for lunch. And I said, did you know you can like call pizza places and put an order in? It's weird to think like, but also, and I thought about that too, I used my phone and they had deals. And I guess I could have, if I would have called, I could have said, hey, like, what are your specials? But if you use the apps of restaurants and stuff like that, there's an advantage to that. You get discounts, deals, rewards. So there is like a reason to use an app over just going into the store or calling and putting in an order. We did have like an issue. This is the problem that I had with having two phone numbers. My boss, and I had given her the number today. She texted me about something. It wasn't a major thing. I did see it on my iPhone because I still had it at work with me. I just didn't carry it around everywhere and wasn't like attached to it, but I still had it on my desk. But it was on silent and everything, so I did touch it and it said like, so many minutes ago, can you? And I was like, oh no, you're not using the right number. Not everyone has to be involved in this little, I don't know, whatever you want to call this, journey or experiment or whatever. But there's no reason to give this number out, especially considering that this is just a fun little thing that I'm doing right now. So I only expect to communicate with a small group of people on this phone. I was trying to text one of my friends today and it was like a long thing and I was like, this is taking forever. I've watched other videos and I understand why other people will just call. Like I felt that certain times throughout the day that I was like, I could just call and say this a whole lot easier and we could have a whole conversation and be done. But instead I'm sitting here like, ha 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 ha, which I have T9 word, so it's not that bad. This phone does have a touchscreen. I'm trying not to use it. I put in a micro SD card that I had in my old phone. There's not a great music player on this thing, I don't think. Every time I open it, it like loads everything back. So that's kind of annoying. I don't know what my other option. I don't really know. I mean, I'm sure there's other ways to do this. I just don't know what they are and I haven't really played with it. If you're just now joining, this does run Android, so like I could get a different music app. I'm trying to use VLC because I use that on another Android phone of mine. YouTube Music says that I can use my downloaded files. It's trying to look at all those right now. The problem that I'm having with VLC is it's looking every time. I think there's a setting that I can change, but I really don't want to download anything extra. This is supposed to be a simple phone. That's what I want to keep it as. I don't want everything on it. Oh, I will say this. When I was at lunch today, like, even though I was sitting there in the break room with my friends, I kept, like, reaching for my phone. And we all had a moment where we were just talking and we weren't on our phones. And it was really nice. And then they started getting on their phones and I'm like, get on Facebook. But then I started thinking about it. Facebook's really not what it used to be, as in the fact, I feel like people used to post all the time and then it was in chronological order. But now Facebook's just kind of showing us different things that don't really matter. And one of my friends said, "Did you see on Facebook where?" And I was like, "No, sure didn't."